Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Hey guys, Jacob here. Today I'm going to be talking about the two main healer builds I use for legendary missions, PvP, Operation Iron Horse, and just casual mission farming in general. First, if you guys are new, welcome to the channel. I upload daily Division 2 content on stuff like build videos, vendor resets, name gear weapon reviews, and much more. To make one thing clear, I did make a few days ago, which some of you guys were a little bit confused on, which was how to make a healer build. Overall, that was kind of just a guide on what pieces you guys can use and throw together to make yourself a healer build. It wasn't just, oh, copy this build and throw it together and you're good to go. But with these builds, you guys can copy them exactly like I have, and I think they will work just as well as they work for me, maybe for you, and maybe you guys can find a few ways to improve them to your liking. I'm going to start with the specialization first that I use for both of these builds, and that's going to be the Survivalist. The reason why I use Survivalist is for the 15% increased outgoing healing, and also the distributed repair, which is armor kits now repair over 5 seconds instead of instantly, but apply also to group members within 20 meters. And you guys also can use the Mender Seeker Mine on this because it is unlocked if you really want to. And that's about it for the specialization. Now, I will be covering two versions of this build. The first one is going to be the standard high-end version, and the second version is going to be a future initiative variant. Now, for the high-end version, for the primary weapon, I am using Reformation on this SIG 716. It doesn't matter if it's a SIG 716 or not. You can use pretty much whatever rifle or whatever gun that's fit for you, but Headshots grants 30% skill repair for 15 seconds, which that's not a whole, 40 seconds, but it's 15. You will get 30% repair skill, which can help out your team a little bit. And for secondary, you can use something like this Police in 4, or, which I find a little bit better to use, is this Future Perfection Mechanical Animal, which will give you skill tier. And since you're at skill tier 6, you can just kill one guy, and that will proc you overcharge for 15 seconds, and then you just have to wait the cooldown. Essentially, you just proc this over and over and over again every time the overcharge cooldown is gone, and you can sit there and heal your teammates for a little more of healing. Now, for the sidearm, you can use whatever you want as well. It doesn't really matter. But for the pieces, I'm using 3-piece Alp Summit, 2-piece Murakami, and 1-piece Hana Yu. The reason why I'm using Alp Summit is for the repair skill, which is 20% right off the bat for 1 piece. You get the 20% skill duration, 10% skill haste, and the core attributes on these are going to be skill tier. Since this is an all skill tier build, so you're getting 6 skill tier total. I have skill haste, repair skill, and a repair skill mod. And keep this in mind, you guys probably have better rolls. I just don't have really good luck when it comes to yellow pieces for some reason. I don't know why, or utility and general pieces and utility mods. Next is going to be the backpack, which is also Alp Summit, which has skill haste, repair skill, and repair skill on the mod. And you have your first talent, which is safeguard. While full armor increases total skill repair by 100%, which is really nice. So if you're in cover and you can sit there and heal your teammates as long as you're not getting hit, that will increase your skill repair by 100%. Which I think this is a really good talent. If you guys know a better one to use on a backpack, please let me know, because I've been using safeguard for the longest time. Next is going to be the chest piece, which is a Murakami. For Murakami, you're going to be getting 20% skill duration and 20% repair skills. Your skill tier on this for core attribute, repair skills, stats effect, and repair skills. I wish I could get skill haste, but for some reason I could not find a better vest than this. And this vest is still pretty low, and I still haven't found a better one. But the talent is Empathic Resolve. Repairing an ally increases their total weapon and skill damage by 3 to 15% for 20 seconds, 1 to 7 if self. Effectiveness increased by your skill tier. So since you're at skill tier 6, then the effectiveness is going to be pretty much increased all the way. Next is going to be the gloves, which is going to be Hana Yu for the skill haste. I repair skill and skill haste on these also, and you get 1 skill tier. For the holster, I have Alp Summit with repair skill and skill haste. And for the knee pads, I have repair skill and skill haste and skill tier for Murakami. Also, you guys can use BTSU if you really want to. I know some people were talking about using BTSU the other day. Friends of mine were saying you could use this. So if you guys want to use BTSU to get your teammates skills back really quickly, I'd highly recommend doing this. But also, detonating it high refreshes your cooldowns and grants overcharge. And for 15 seconds, if it's skill tier 6, this effect also applies to allies. So keep that in mind. They did change that. I know some people were using it before. It was like skill tier 6 to, kill Buddy and Lucy or something. But just keep that in mind. They did change it. But you do get 12% skill haste and 20% repair skill just from the attributes also. So if you guys really want to use BTSU, you guys can. But it's all up to you guys what you want to use. Now for the skills, I'm using the Restore Hive for the healing, which is 423,972, and the PvP is 258,622, and this is a tier 6 hive, which you'll get the max charges, which is 36. and you have a 120% healing, 60% range, and 60% drone speed, and 420% health. And I will show you guys the overcharge if you're curious what it looks like if you use the mechanical animal. It will buff the healing to 140%, 200% range, 80% drone speed, 420 health, which is the same, and 150% skill haste. And that's about it for the hive. Next up is going to be the secondary. I do use the pulse jammer. That was due to the fact that we were doing a Black Tusk mission before I recorded this, and I was sitting there jamming them all the time. But the secondary skill I'd highly recommend using, which I usually use, is going to be the reinforcer. That's due to the fact you get the 1,428,032 HP ally repair, and repair over time is 285,806, and PvP and PvP over time is 714,515 and 142,903. So keep this in mind. PvP will change the effectiveness of your heals, because obviously, you know, ally repair, which is 1 million, which would be really insane. But for PvP, keep this in mind. This will change. And after that, that's me about it for the skills. One thing you guys can use, keep this in mind, you can get your skill repair on your tilde and your watch to increase the skill repair on this build. Now, the second build is going to be the Future Initiative variant, which for some reason my gun still does not save on here. Don't know why. But I'm using the 4-piece Future Initiative. I'm using Murakami and the Optimate Backpack. And obviously, there's only a few pieces that have changed on this. But Future Initiative is probably one of my favorite gear sets to use in this game, because just alone you get 30% repair skill, you get 15% skill haste, 30% skill duration, and ground control. Increases you and your allies' total weapon and skill damage by 15% when at full armor. When you repair an ally, you and allies within 5 meters are also repaired for 60% of that amount. And you have repair skill and repair skill mod for the mask. For the gloves, it's repair skill as well. For the knee pads, it's repair skill and repair skill for the holster. I'm using Empathic Resolve on this due to the fact that you get 15% weapon damage and skill damage, and just from this alone also you're going to be getting 15% weapon and skill damage when at full armor. So if you combine this with the heals of something like Safeguard and Empathic Resolve, you're giving your teammates 30% skill damage and weapon damage, because those are both together, and essentially that's going to give you a decent amount of healing and also a decent amount of damage and keep your team alive. I'm not going to include the chest piece and backpack of Future Initiative due to the fact those are locked behind the raid, so I will include those later on in a future video and talk about the full set of Future Initiative. And I know some of you guys are having a little bit of trouble in the Operation Iron Horse raid, but if you need a healer, this is the main version I've been seeing for a while now. This is what some of my guys were running in there to keep the team alive. So if you're wondering what pieces you want to throw together to keep your team alive, maybe at the Marzova boss, then I would just throw this together. Or you could even throw the high-end version together. But I think benefiting your team for weapon damage, this helps really, really well. But overall, this is a quick little video on the 2 builds I currently use in the game at the moment for healing. But thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content, and I'll catch you guys all later.
BT!